Hi, everybody. It is me, Kanisha Griffin, the Avon Mom of Seven, as you can see here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just here to make a quick video. Of course, I like to hop in and say hi. I've been starting to do that. I'm feeling pretty good about being really consistent with my videos. And I think it's mostly because I'm just having fun. I'm having fun, and it's something that I get to look forward to. Of course, I love this beautiful background because I get to see all of my babies. There they are. And at some point here soon, I'm really thinking about inviting several of them to sit here and to talk with me. I think that would be a lot of fun. I get to introduce my family, and I think they would have some pretty cool things to say. They're very smart, very bright, intelligent, very funny kids. And so never a dull moment in my house. I'm actually pretty happy about that. So what am I drinking today? Water. Wonderful, wonderful, refreshing in this 100-degree heat in Texas, water. So if you don't drink water on a daily basis, I highly recommend it. I was a terrible water drinker when I was growing up. My mother used to always fuss at me about not drinking enough water because I used to have really bad acne. And so that was a cure for acne, according to my mother, was drinking a lot of water. And so I didn't drink a lot of water. But as I get older, and with 7 children, I try just really hard to encourage my kids to make sure that they're drinking a lot of water, especially the young ones, and especially since they love to spend a lot of time outdoors. But I definitely have learned my lesson and absolutely can see the value. So definitely drink water. Tons of benefits, so many of them. I'm sure you can list them below. Well, anyway, I'm coming here really quickly today because I just wanted to have a really quick chat about just something that was on my mind. So this is kind of like a video blog too. So, plenty of times I'll be talking about Avon products because that's what I do. I am an Avon representative, the Avon Mom of Seven. But there are also times where, because I am a mother of 7, there is a lot of lessons and encouragement and inspiration that I actually would love to share, with others too. And pardon me, I had a little itch right there on my ear. But anyway, I wanted to talk about one really cool thing that I don't think I hear a lot about in conversations in parenting. A lot of times as parents, we talk a whole lot about the different things we're trying to teach our kids, right? I want to teach my kid to be respectful. I want to teach my kid how to be polite, with others. I want to teach them how to work hard, how to be responsible. I want to teach them how to go for their dreams, right? To never give up and things like that, right? Those are important lessons, important things that we absolutely need to make sure that we are teaching our children. But let me ask you this. How many times do you actually find yourself sitting down thinking about all of the things you learned from your kids? Yeah, probably not that many. And probably because as parents, well, we feel very responsible for the things we need to be teaching them, right? We need to be showing them all this stuff. We are their leaders, right? We're the boss. We're the ones that are in control, right? Well, no, that's not always the case. And there are plenty of times, plenty of lessons that we actually can learn from our kids that we're probably missing because we're spending so much time either trying to prove how wrong we are. Pardon that call from my husband, but we're trying to prove how wrong they are about certain things and how right we are, as if we're these perfect beings. Well, I mean, the truth is we aren't. And there are lots of times that I know for me personally, I completely missed the mark. And I'm not really that great at certain things. Many times I feel like I'm just not really being a great leader or being a really great example. But there are also many times that I can, and I'm starting to pay more attention to this myself, plenty of times where I am learning something from my kids, like there's really a lot, if we really pay attention, and we can really learn a lot from them that we can apply in our lives as adults, that would help us in our own lives, So I'm going to give you 3 big things, just 3 of them today, even though I know this list that I can probably, much longer list that I can share, but I'm going to share 3 of them here. And I want you to hear me out. Just just hear me out and write in the comments what you think about this. So one of the things my kids often teach me that I'm learning is how to play. How to play. I mean, that it's okay to play sometimes. It's okay to have fun, you know? It's okay to not take life so seriously all the time. Now, that's hard for a lot of us grown-ups to do because, well, we have major responsibilities. There's a ton of things that we have to do. We have to work every day, many of us. We have to pay bills. We have to grocery shop. You know, we have to make sure that we keep the home from blowing up, right? From going up in flames. We have to make sure that we are there for other people. And a lot of times it's a very selfless job. It is, being a parent, a very selfless position to be in, you know, which is a great thing because it's good to serve others, right? But we're not thinking a lot about play. We're thinking a lot about work. We're mostly thinking about work. But how often do we actually think to ourselves, you know what? We actually need to put work down for a second, put house stuff down for just a second and have fun. We need to play, you know. So we used to have this great big trampoline in our backyard of the other house we used to live in. And I would find myself getting on that trampoline sometimes and I would jump myself. And yeah, the big kids would be up there, they'd have a ball. And then the little kids would get up there and then they'd have a ball. And then I'm like, you know what? I would surprise them when I would hop on there and then I would jump around and I have music blasted from my phone and I'm having fun. It feels good. It is good for your body. It is good for your mind. It is good for your emotions. Okay. Lots and lots and lots of benefits of play. So that's definitely one of the big things. I know my little kids, I have small children. Okay. So my oldest, you see this young man right here, he will be 15 in August. My youngest will be 1 this Saturday, and which is tomorrow. And which I definitely cannot even believe that. But in between those ages, they're young kids. 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 9-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, and then a 15-year-old. So my kids play, and I make sure that they at least have some time and lots of opportunity to go and just have fun and be kids. Okay. Now we can actually learn that from them and make sure that we apply some of that good playtime in our lives too. And I hear one of my kids knocking on my door, so I'm sorry if you hear that. That's one of the big lessons right there is that. Number 2, being persistent. Now that's funny. That is something that I know my kids constantly demonstrate. Persistence, my children especially, and I'm sure they are not the only kids in this world that will beg for something that they want. My kids will remind me, they will persistently ask me about an issue, about a thing, about going somewhere, whatever it is that they want, that they desire at that time is so important. They're going to keep on asking. And I know, listen, it's probably very frustrating. It's probably annoying. And I don't know what to be like, listen, you ask me one more time about this. You know, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it, you know. And sometimes I have to just, you know, I joke with my kids, I play with them, I make sure that, you know, I communicate in really funny ways sometimes, you know, with my babies because I just enjoy that. That's just kind of mother I am, you know, but it can be overwhelming to constantly be asked the very same thing. But if we stop for a second, if we put our emotions aside and really think about this thing here, what is it that the kids are demonstrating some good qualities about them, about that we can actually take away from this? Well, you know what? You're very persistent, and that's a good thing. Okay, it's a good thing to be persistent, to not give up, to fight for what you believe in, to fight for what you want, to be willing to work, continue to work. I'm gonna tell you this, where I work, it is considered sales, and listen, Persistence is everything. You have to be bold enough to ask. You just have to be, and if we don't exercise that, then, I mean, are we going to get anywhere? Are we going to really achieve very much? Probably not. So I just want to encourage you with that today. If you find yourself feeling very overwhelmed and frustrated that your kids keep on asking you stuff over and over, just consider this. Think of what they're actually doing and how much that's going to really benefit them in the future. Then maybe even ask yourself, are you persistent in certain areas where you need to be? Okay, what is it in your life that you need to exercise being persistent at, right? That's something really to think about. That's a really good business skill. It truly, truly is. Now, the third thing that my kids are teaching me is how important it is to understand the development of new technology. Now, this is really funny to me because no lies, I always thought I was pretty computer savvy. I truly did. I truly thought I was. I mean, before I started having kids, I'm really great at Microsoft Office, right? I'm really great at I'm knowledgeable of Facebook. I'm knowledgeable of most social media networks. I'm knowledgeable of certain things. But when I tell you that my kids have put me to shame when it comes to just even some functions on the phone, it blows my mind away how these new generation of children are growing up and they just learn these things, these quick things so fast, and they know what to do. They have no idea that the things that they're learning and what they're learning how to do, how much that's really going to be a benefit to them in the future. They're just thinking this is just technology. I am in the technology age right now, right? I just know how to use TikTok because I just know how to know how to make videos. It's easy. And I'm sitting over here looking at this stuff like, how do you do that? I have no idea. I have absolutely no clue how to do certain videos, how to use certain functions on my phone. And I see the things that they do, and it blows my mind away every time at how advanced these children really are. Pay attention to that because technology constantly changes. It constantly does. And for those of us who don't work in IT, who are not computer engineers, who don't really know that much and pay that close attention to it, I need you to pay attention to what your kids know, all right? Because they know a lot that we don't know. And there's a lot that we can learn from them on how to do certain things. Now, when I do certain things, I'm going to my son and I'm asking him, I'm going to my 9-year-old. Check this out. My 9-year-old has his own YouTube channel. I might have mentioned this in a couple of videos before, but he makes his own little plushies. And let me tell you something, he makes these videos and the subscriber list that he has, the likes and the views and all of that. I mean, he's so consistent. He's persistent. Okay. It blows my mind. I mean, Caleb actually, this little him right there. Listen, he knows what he's doing. He studies, he masters it. I watched how my oldest son, Kellis, mastered playing certain games when he was young. And we make it like, no, get off the game, stay off of those things, be careful, even though I absolutely believe in exercising caution when it comes to the gaming industry and social media, especially with children. And trust me, I'm a mama bear, so I'm watching what my kids are doing. But at the same time, I'm impressed. I am wildly impressed with their knowledge and their skill and what they learn to do so quickly because they are really soaking in and training and teaching themselves. And they don't realize that these, again, are business skills that they are learning at a very early age that will help them in the future. But with that said, we need to be paying attention to what they're doing because they're teaching us right in front of our faces and we miss it because we want to parent so badly, right? We want to tell them what to do and be on them all the time. Can we just slow down a little bit with that? Can we balance that? Because we do need to definitely parent. I'm not saying don't. They need guidance, instruction, leadership, good leadership. That's what they need. They need us to love and be there for them and help them, right? They do need that for growth, but let's pay attention to what they know because they know a lot. And there are a lot of things in their lives. I mean, even when it comes to health and fitness, I was thinking about that. Like, yo, I'm getting older, so like I can't eat some of the stuff I used to eat. Some of the dairy, some of the things. I don't move that much every day. Well, my kids are outside every day. They play all the time. They're active all the time. I'm not paying attention. I'm just like, make sure you're drinking water and then don't be out there if it's too hot. But those kids are out there doing things, and there's a lot we can really learn from them. So I just really want to encourage you, today, parents out there that are watching this video, pay attention to what your kids do. Not only because you just want to tell them what to do, it's not about that. It is about what we can also learn together. We are all in this big family together. We are all in this thing together. Now, I know several of my kids subscribe to this video. They subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love them and I appreciate all of their support. But that's something I want to make sure that my kids know. I want to make sure that they're equipped to be able to use the things that they know and that they're learning that's going to help them grow and improve in the future. But I also want them to know that we see them too. And there's a lot that they know that they also can help other people. And then most certainly, my kids are most certainly helping me. So I love all my babies and I'm really grateful for them. Definitely. So with that said, I hope that you were encouraged, inspired today. I really hope that is true. And I hope that you tune in the next time for a quick video blog, a quick chat with me. By the way, if you like this really cute blazer, this is one that I did get from Shein. I love it. I'll post a link, of course, to all of the really cool outfits I'm wearing. I'll definitely share those with y'all. But I hope that you come back. I hope that you watch another video with me, and definitely hope that you would consider ordering something from my store. I always have to mention that at the very end. You guys know I am an Avon representative and I'm moving up. And I'm excited about that. So definitely visit the link in my bio to shop at my store. And I look forward to chatting with y'all next time. All right, this is fun. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.